Alright, let's see what this little gremlin is up to this time. But yeah, Sparkle in the main story was absolutely unhinged. She is such a little gremlin, I love it.
Trailblazers from the Astral Express.
What's up?
Welcome to the Dreamscape Sale Store.
Long time no see, old big eye.
A long time no see, Diamond in the Rough.
Oh my.
I've already made the necessary preparation. Now, be careful. We did pass the safety inspection stipulated by Article 027, damaged ferrets, and Article 076, real waste.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
However, this dreamscape will feature unfiltered and unpolished fresh memory.
Ooh.
It will make for a very vivid experience.
So is this gonna give us Sparkle's backstory then?
Veteran gamers call this type of dream a thrill dream.
Buzzin'.
I don't know if you're into that kind of thing. If you feel any discomfort, please leave the dreamscape immediately and seek professional medical help.
You know what? Let's ignore all those warning signs. Sign me up, Dr. Edward.
Luckily, I just so happen to be an excellent doctor.
Whoa.
He's a psychiatric one. Let us begin. Please, close your eyes and rest your forehead on the dream bubble.
Alright, let's see what trip we go into. Touch the dream bubble.
Oh yes, I nearly forgot. That elegant girl mentioned something before she left.
Okay, I can't remember if we got a text message that gave context to this, because I feel like I'm missing some context.
The nature of this memory is special.
Ah, Black Swan.
Don't ruin the dreamscape experience for anyone else by spoiling the ending.
Yeah, calling out all the people that spoiled the story, yeah. Black Swan is in your team and we're fighting a trash can. Black Swan offered a special warning regarding this dreamscape. The nature of this memory is special. Don't ruin the dreamscape experience for anyone else by spoiling the ending. Alright, you know what? Let's see what it has to offer. My Kafka's not really built, but paired with a Black Swan should be alright. We'll see if this works.
In my estimation, there is no question about it. This is murder.
Oh, this is a murder mystery dream. Okay.
Murder. Such a foreign word to us. The people of Penacony could never come to any harm while under the watchful protection of the family. In a dream, even if you're bashed 1,000 times with a hammer, and worst, you'll still wake up in reality in a hotel.
But in a dream, you might be impaled by a meme and then you turn into goo. I feel like that's worse.
Not necessarily. Even if the result does not constitute harm, the criminal intent is clear enough.
Of
You
course.
specifically came here to cordon off the scene because of the unsavory nature of this case, right?
Hello, Sparkle.
You're not wrong. Even if there are no casualties, being smashed over the head with a hammer in the middle of the street for no reason at all? This is not the kind of thing that happens on Penacony.
I mean, to be honest, if you give everyone like the freedom to do whatever they want in their dreamscape, there's gonna be some people that try and commit murder. It's only a certain amount of time until it happens.
You are guests of the Oak family, so you may investigate the crime scene. I'll be on standby over here.
Alright, where do we slot in? Yeah, that's the hammer? It looks so goofy.
Are you a witch? Just how did you manage to convince them in the blink of an eye that we're some kind of detectives?
Oh, we're playing as Black Swan. Okay, I get it now. You know what? I'm gonna tell the truth because I also want to know.
Just some suggestions at the memory level.
Yeah?
If something happens in everybody's memory, then that something becomes a fact.
Okay, well, that's terrifying.
If we had a little more time, I could have even convinced her I was Sheepei the Harmony.
Bro, okay, Black Swan is the most terrifying character. So that leads me to believe that maybe it is Black Swan that is altering Acheron's memory. Because Acheron keeps forgetting stuff, so who knows?
Then on to the next order of business. Let's discuss your companion, shall we?
Wait, so Sampo was here then? I don't believe it. I still don't believe this.
Keeper of the Garden of Recollection. I've been watching you for quite some time.
What is it? Is this Sparkle's true form?
You stole a glance at me when you first entered the hotel. You followed me wherever I went inside the dreamscape. In the
Classic.
windows along the commercial street. In the pond water reflections of the Iden Park. Even in the reflections of the wine glass. Everywhere.
How fun being stalked. To be honest, that's probably why Sparkle asked Black Swan to leave at the start of Penacony. Like when we saw the past memory.
My dear, do you have a crush on me?
Ooh.
Well then, seeing as you're so interested in me, let's play a little game.
Alright.
I left a puzzle for you, Nero Timon. Solve it and prove that you're capable of pleasing me. If you can solve it, then we can talk.
Actual gremlin behavior.
Don't leave me waiting, my dear.
Yeah.
Before Penacony gets flipped upside down, try to find me, catch me, and stop me.
Such a little shit. One thing I've noticed with Penacony is it's got a lot of flirty language going on with it. Everyone's calling each other handsome, beautiful, cutie, dear. I mean, I'm fine with it.
There's actually more than one memo keeper who's come to Penacony. She's mixed me up with someone else. But no harm, no foul.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue to believe that this is Sparkle, and she's just pretending to be Sampo.
The address that the mask gave you is right here. But you never would have thought that when Miss Sparkle mentioned a game, she was talking about wanton slaughter on the streets of Penacony.
I mean, it's all fun and games, right? Murder. We're all having a laugh.
Such a direct act of provocation is enough to get my competitive side worked up too.
Hey.
Madam, forgive me. I had no idea about anything she said.
Of course.
As you saw, I went through a brain scan and everything. I'm just a friend, helping her deliver a letter. That's
Sure.
all. I never knew this was actually a declaration of warfare. They say you shouldn't kill the messenger. So maybe you can just, let me go. You all are the big shots here. I'm really not on your level.
See, now this sounds more like Sampo, right? So I don't know, maybe it is.
What a frightened look you have. Don't worry. Since this has nothing to do with you, I won't be suspecting you of anything. Why don't you come take a stroll with me?
Right, it's a date.
Seems like I can't escape being an assistant detective. Fine. It's all fine. No big deal.
I do love Sampo, though. He's very entertaining.
If there's anything you'd like to know, please ask away.
Alright. Yes, regarding the victim.
Who was the victim?
An IPC employee named Shamari.
IPC.
Eyewitnesses reported that a tall, strong man wearing a large robe with long sleeves walked right past Shamari and suddenly assaulted him with a hammer.
Mate, I've seen that hammer. It looks goofy as.
Shamari collapsed on the spot and woke up from the dream. The murderer vanished in a flash.
I mean, at least they didn't die.
Ooh, that sounds just like Sparkle. Her best asset is transforming her appearance to look like someone else.
Aye. What, just like you're doing now? Regarding the Sweet Dreams troupe present at the scene of the
Who are
crime.
those two little guys?
I've already forgotten the names. I think this one was called Barliff, and then this one was called, like, Compliment or something.
Seems like the assailants stole the troop from elsewhere and deliberately placed them here. What nerve. They don't even have the slightest consideration for public order.
She's just doing a little bit of trolling.
Those two have clammed up. I wonder if you two could help pry open their mouths.
I mean, one of them's literally a TV, so that's impossible.
Looks like a puzzle that Sparkle has left behind for you.
Thank you, Sampo. Regarding evidence at the scene of the crime.
Any leads yet?
This is a developing case, so there aren't many clues yet. All we have to go by are the weapon used by the assailant and the victim's ID.
Okay, is this Sparkle's weapon? I can't remember the weapon she used when they were showing her off in the live stream.
They didn't even take the weapon with them. Sounds like they're trying to provoke us. Despicable.
Based. Can we summon the victim?
Where's Mr. Shamari right now? I'd like to meet him.
Man's got PTSD, man. He's probably not gonna come in.
I'm afraid you can't. The Oaks came forward and calmed him down. Mr. Shamari expressed that he understands the unpredictable nature of dreams, and went on to vacation in another dreamscape.
Fair enough.
Best not to bother him. Guest experiences always have to come first.
Rules are meant to be broken.
Oh, I'm afraid by the time we find him, half of Penacony will have been sent back to reality by Sparkle.
Oh no.
Looks like we'll have to play this little game of sparkles then.
They're all having a little bit of fun. The two Bloodhound guards are protecting the crime scene, ensuring no one unrelated to the matter is unable to get near.
You don't think they'll realize we aren't actually detectives, do you?
Yes, as you say that directly in front of them.
Oh, no way. Please put more trust in me.
Hey,
Oh,
dear memo keeper. Where do you think you're going?
I was exploring.
Don't think you can escape. Are you afraid? Is that it for the Garden of Recollection? Is that it? Is that all?
Oh, I'm sorry, did that annoy you?
Hey! That's Sparkle who's saying all that. She doesn't represent the masked fools.
I mean, to be honest, this is like the best way to win, right? Against them, just don't play the game.
Lady Black Swan, you're here!
Whoa.
I'm the constable, and this here assisting me is the bailiff for this case.
Yo, big up bailiff.
Mr. Coldfeet, why'd you do it?
Oh, he's a snitch.
So they can talk after all. Miss Black Swan, they're heading straight for you.
Oh no. I just love it that both Black Swan and Sparkle are just messing with each other.
Don't interrupt, I wasn't talking to you. Ahem. I understand Lady Black Swan has quite the intellect.
Indeed.
I'm sure you'll be able to get to the bottom of the Sparkle murder case.
The Sparkle murder case? Wasn't the victim Shamari from the IPC?
Sparkle confirmed dead. There we go. Add that to the list of characters that died.
You're wrong, Lady Black Swan. The victim is evidently none other than the matriarch of the Goldhammer family, Miss Sparkle Goldhammer.
Oh, I guess Miss Sparkle has written herself into the skit here, and this has nothing to do with the actual case. Goldhammer? Is that her real surname?
I actually have no idea.
Never heard of it. Sounds made up. Sparkle doesn't sound like a real name either.
Fair point.
Miss Sparkle was supposed to receive 3 valiant warriors at the Goldhammer residence today, but upon their arrival, all they found was her body.
No way.
Miss Sparkle had been smashed over the head by a hammer and died on the spot. Such a brutal act of violence.
How could they?
My investigations discovered that the 3 warriors were supposed to escort supplies back to their territory the day before, but they were unexpectedly ambushed by the Annihilation Gang.
It's always the Annihilation Gang, man.
They narrowly escaped and barely got away with their lives, finding their supplies almost completely raided. So they all shared a motive for killing Miss Sparkle, to escape punishment.
So the 3 of them teamed up to kill her.
That seems to be the case. But was that it? Have we solved it? Is the puzzle done? Can we go home?
Is the case closed?
No, there can only be one murderer. It's not
What?
an unsolved mystery if there are 3 murderers. Hang on, wait.
It can only be one murderer. Nah, you're thinking too little. You gotta think outside the box. We're getting nowhere.
If you can't justify it, don't bother.
Got it! Those 3 were all vying against each other to be number 2. They couldn't have cooperated on anything. So it must have been one of them acting alone.
Well, it seems like he was able to justify it.
That actually doesn't make much sense. Even if they were on bad terms, those 3...
I mean, it's the good old saying, an enemy of an enemy is a friend.
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan. There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit.
I've got the case file right here. If you want to learn more about the suspects, talk to me.
I love how we've just forgotten about the original victim. I mean, he's not important anyway, is he? At Barliff.
Lady Black Swan, allow me to introduce the 3 suspects to you. Lefton, Zhongshan, and Wright.
Have we heard those names before? Okay, no they weren't. I thought there were the 3 names that Himiko mentioned on the train. Those names were Tiernan, Legwork, and Resolina, so it was worth looking up.
Lefton is one of Miss Sparkle's chief lieutenants, whose right hand was unfortunately severed while he was valiantly fighting off the Annihilation Gang. He's now learning how to write and hold a fork with his left hand. How tough that must be.
He was cursed to be left-handed. I feel so bad for him.
Then there's Zhongshan. This guy's a coward who ran away as soon as a group spotted some bandits along the road.
Smart.
He ended up smashing into the side of a cliff and getting his face disfigured.
Karma.
It's a real shame, as he used to be one of the rare handsome men left around town.
Hey, good old karma kicking in.
Last of all comes Right. This guy was so insatiably greedy that he still came back to try and embezzle the rest of the supplies after they narrowly escaped with their lives, lying about how the gang had taken off with everything.
You know what? I
Lefton
respect it.
and Zhongshan were so incensed that they broke his legs.
You know, sometimes you gotta respect the grind.
Hang on, I'm confused here. Left on? Right? Is this some kind of joke?
Oh, what? Left on because he lost his right hand?
What? Where did you get that idea from? Do you need me to go over it all again?
Actually, yes, please. I wasn't really listening.
Got it.
So what, is he called Right because he can still write? Because he has his hands? I don't understand that one.
That's all the intel we have on the 3 suspects.
Thank you, Chief.
Look, an ID card. Talent Motivation Department, Shamari. Is this the victims?
It would appear so.
Mr. Shamari's belongings should have disappeared alongside him as he woke from the dreamscape. The fact that this ID is here means Miss Sparkle placed it here on purpose to prove that she definitely attacked someone.
I mean, we can't have all the evidence disappearing, can we? That wouldn't be any fun.
Holy moly! This hammer is super heavy. This must be the murder weapon for the Sparkle murder case.
Watch it just be super light.
Miss Sparkle also used it to attack Mr. Shamari.
I'm barely able to lift this using both hands. I have no idea how Sparkle could ever use this to hit a target.
See, I still believe this is Sparkle. Like, she's trying to play it up like, yeah, this hammer is super heavy. Look how strong I am. I mean, it seems like we were able to pick it up. The giant wooden hammer Sparkle used to attack Shami. It's wooden? It seems to be a custom-made model, specifically for her. It is extremely heavy, and even Sampo can't lift it in one hand. What a Herculean woman. It's made of wood.
Is that all the evidence? How are we meant to solve this with so little to go on?
At this point, we're just here for the ride. Oh, more clues?
Oh, you scared me! When did you pop out?
The 2 pieces of evidence that you found are related to the attack on Shamari. Miss Sparkle didn't leave them lying around for no reason. They're clues to the puzzle.
Well, I've got to say, I'm not a pretty good detective because I have no idea what's going on.
But there are still some other clues that were placed in other areas, so they won't spoil the crime scene.
Alright, seems like we're going on a little trip then.
Isn't that a bit unnecessary?
Yeah, we got to get that cardio in.
No. It's disruptive to have a stack of irrelevant things crowding a crime scene. Miss Sparkle is a law-abiding citizen who'd never bring extra trouble to the family.
Of course not. Sparkle bringing trouble? We haven't seen that at all. Yeah, she definitely hasn't mocked them or impersonated them. No. Why would she do that?
Quite nice of her, if you ask me.
Looks like Miss Sparkle is adding a little spice to the investigation.
These two are so
Let's
dopey.
take her up on her offer then. Mr. Assistant Detective, this way.
I didn't know Sparkle and Black Swan were gonna hit it off like this, to be honest. It's morphin' time, boys. Man, I'm so cool. Is this a bomb?
What's this little device here for?
I don't trust it.
Could you please let me know? It looks like a little button.
Don't push it, Lady Black Swan. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Alright, we're pushing it.
That's the mutually assured destruction button that Miss Sparkle installed. Once pushed, Miss Sparkle and the entirety of Penacony will instantaneously go up in smoke.
No way! Alright, let's push it.
Miss Sparkle also has her own button.
That sounds like both buttons can do the exact same thing.
I mean, that too, but
Correct. Exactly the same.
the only difference is we get the kill streak.
Oh,
Aren't you going to ask me why?
Nope.
okay. Why?
Because she is fair.
Mate, Sparkle is so kind.
This is nuts.
Apparently, one little press of this button will level all of Penacony. Who wouldn't want to try pressing it? True. Oh, we gotta do a puzzle? Bada bing, bada boom. Hey, that is a suspicious place to put the tail, alright? Nah, that is super sus. They knew what they were doing with that.
What's this? A plush toy?
He is showing that off.
Regardless of why it's designed to look like the conductor aboard the Astral Express, this doll, is it connected to the case?
God damn it.
Have you ever heard of something called a red herring in detective stories? It's a fake clue that leads you down the wrong path.
Or is it?
I see. But when it's so obvious, doesn't that defeat the purpose?
True.
That's just in case you didn't realize the ingenuity of Miss Sparkle and were worried about her throwing out a random, useless clue.
I see. Thank you for your keen insight. Then, let's pretend we were misled by a red herring.
Indeed.
This doll, could it be connected to the case?
Man, okay, I'm really liking how they're doing Black Swan, because, the truth be told, Black Swan probably already knows the answer. But the fact that she's entertaining this and playing along, I respect it.
You don't have to play along that hard, you know.
Hey, she's having fun with it. An exquisite pom-pom toy. Who knows why Sparkle would have something like this? Maybe it's truly because the conductor's beauty is famous throughout the cosmos. I will admit, pom-pom is pretty cute. Get out of here. Boink. We win those.
This notice seems like a hint for us from Miss Sparkle.
Oh, how kind of her. Golden Hammer Resident Security Regulations. To prevent criminals from hurting our great and lovely Miss Sparkle, the Golden Hammer residents shall abide by the following regulations from today onwards. Number 1. All retainers and visitors must enter and exit the Golden Hammer residence using the facial recognition system. Number 2. Those who cannot pass through the facial recognition system will be killed on the spot. Oh. Number 3. These regulations are in effect indefinitely. Okay, hear me out. The second rule states that if you cannot pass through the facial recognition system, you will be killed. What about if Sparkle was in one of her disguises, and Sparkle went through without dropping her disguise, and then everyone was like, oh, get her, kill her. Boom, solved it. It was an accidental murder.
That sounded like a story from ancient times. And why did the facial recognition system suddenly go out?
It just is what it is.
This is so her style, isn't it? Doesn't look like there are any more clues. Let's head back to the crime scene.
I figured it out. I can see what's coming from a mile
Should we
away.
pin down the identity of the perpetrator? This evidence. I've been staring at it all day, but there's nothing that can identify the perp. Lefton, that guy lost his hand.
I mean, my eyes might be playing tricks on me, but it seems like this guy has both his hands.
Remember Zhongshan's face was disfigured after the incident at the cliff? Right?
His face looks fine to me.
I remember this one best. Right has a broken leg.
Broken legs.
Why don't we flip the question and start by asking who couldn't be the murderer? After all, there are only 3 suspects,
True.
so elimination could be a valid method.
If you put it like that, then do you already have someone in mind? Tell me, come on.
Lefton. Actually, Lefton won't be able to lift it.
Lefton, that guy lost his hand.
Okay, we can exclude Lefton because the hammer requires 2 hands to lift.
Based on the bailiff's statement, Lefton's dominant hand was seriously injured to the point where he had to learn how to live using only his left hand.
True.
Swinging that giant sledgehammer to murder someone. That must be hard for him. probably impossible.
Facts.
Lefton's suspicion level can be downgraded.
We're making progress. I mean, Lefton, my guy, you do have your right hand, but you don't have the rest of your arm. I mean, fair enough. Okay, I think we can exclude Zhongshan because of the facial recognition. So yeah, the regulations.
Poor guy. He was seriously injured and was all wrapped up in bandages to keep his good looks safe.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, then he couldn't have made it through the Goldhammer Residence's facial recognition system. That would suggest that Zhongshan is not the murderer.
Bada bing, bada boom. Easy, boys.
By process of elimination, it seems that only Wright could be the murderer. That was easy. Let's tell the constable our answer and see what he thinks.
Okay, if this like realistically did happen, how? You must have been asleep or something whilst you were being murdered, because imagine a guy with broken legs just like dragging this massive hammer along and just like, I don't know, maybe pelting you on the floor whilst you're sleeping. That's the only way I can think of. Alright, is this good enough?
Please begin your investigation, Lady Black Swan.
Yeah, we've done it.
There are lots of clues at the crime scene that are sure to help you apprehend the real culprit.
We've already got it, mate.
The murderer is right.
Impossible.
You have answered correctly! As expected, you didn't disappoint, Lady Black Swan. Game rules stipulate I must tell you where the next puzzle is.
Wait, I thought that was the whole point.
Huh? The next puzzle? I didn't sign up for this.
Looks like the key to winning lies not in the puzzle itself, but in the motives behind Miss Sparkle's strange behavior. I'm afraid this chase may just go on forever.
Hey, at the end of the day, we're all having a bit of fun, aren't we?
I have to remind you that Sparkle is a masked fool? Do you plan on finding logic in the mind of a masked fool?
Okay, I'm still believing that this is Sparkle disguised as Sampo.
That's exactly what I plan on doing. Even if it's just subjective, there must be an overall principle behind the behavior. Memories cannot lie, and hers may just understand more about her than she does herself.
Yeah, let's go intrude on someone else's memories, why not? I mean, we've already manipulated someone's memories, so it can't get any worse than that.
Right now, let's follow her train of thought and head to the next puzzle. I hope this time we can get ahead of the Bloodhound family. I want to try and avoid using my Memo Keeper powers.
Alright, you do you. At this moment, the constable and his bailiff lay lifelessly, mere husks of their former selves. It seems like they have already completed their mission. 07, boys.
So why are you so focused on Sparkle's challenge? Or should I ask, are you more focused on Sparkle herself?
Ooh. It's just a little bonding session, innit?
I told you, it's purely out of a spirit of competitiveness.
Of course.
And, as a memo keeper, I also have to fulfill my responsibilities and harvest some interesting memories.
I mean, fair play, I guess. Disguising this as work, I see you.
Whoa!
Alright, let's
this
destroy
place
them.
is a complete mess. And those two weirdos are probably here too.
Deputy
There's nobody else
Sheriff?
at the scene. Seems like Miss Sparkle used the same method to send dreamers back to reality. Let's talk to those two there, then.
Nothing like murdering a bunch of people in a dream. What's up?
Oh, Detective Black Swan and Detective Sampo. You finally made it!
Now we have.
We don't know what we'd do without your help.
Oh. I'm with you, Sampo.
Why are you talking like that? Is this some sort of artistic performance that young people are into these days?
Is there something wrong with the way we are talking?
Yes, there
Deputy
is.
Sheriff, am I talking in a strange way?
These kids and their robotic voices.
Oh, of course not, Sheriff. The way you talk is no stranger than the cat that climbs the apple tree in my grandma's backyard.
Wow.
Huh. The skit this time is a modernist one.
Let's discuss this difficult case then.
Sure.
The victim is a galactic business magnate named Sparkle.
Again? No way.
Her again? Sparkle really is obsessed with scripting her own death.
Is this foreshadowing what's going to happen for the next act of the story? In Act 2 of the main story, Sparkle's going to fake her own death.
Oh, for the laughter. If you undercut me one more time, I swear I'm gonna kick you in the butt.
Oh, there's some fighting words.
Miss Sparkle came to the fashion store to buy herself a brand new tie. She didn't come back out. After a long time, the shopkeeper went in to see what was going on, but instead discovered Miss Sparkle's body. She had been strangled to death.
How could they?
There were 3 suspects on the scene, namely a Pepeshi shopkeeper named Wright, a
God damn
foxy
it.
gambler named Zhongshan, and a wealthy Intellitron trader called Lefton.
Yo, Sparkle is just like me. Sucks at coming up with new names.
Our old friends.
It's not just to aid your memory. We've added more descriptions to help tell them apart.
I would love to hear them. What, Lefton no longer can use his right leg?
Miss Sparkle is so gracious.
Based on surveillance footage, witness testimony, and various pieces of evidence, the killer is ultimately among these 3, and
Among
they were
us?
not working in cahoots.
You're too lazy to be a suspect, right?
Fair point.
Oh, for the laughter! If I talk any more with you, it'll make my pure soul filthy!
Sampo's a really good assistant.
Detective Black Swan, the dossiers are over here. You can learn more about the suspects from me. I trust you'll be able to cut through the hogwash and find out who Miss Sparkle's killer is.
I don't know. So maybe this is Sampo. I don't know anymore. By the way, I am loving this music.
Let me introduce the identities of these suspects to you. It's very straightforward.
The floor is yours.
First of all is the shopkeeper, Wright. He's one of the Pepeshi people and only stands as tall as Sparkle's waist, which is often a source of teasing for him. He can get pretty salty about it.
Damn, man, Wright got the short height debuff.
Next up, you have the merchant Lefton. He wants to join up with the Penacony Trading Guild and is in direct competition with Miss Sparkle.
Ah,
That
sus.
could be a motive for killing her.
True, true.
Finally, there was the gambler Zhongshan. He lost a bet to Miss Sparkle, and he had to hand over his family heirloom. It's possible he harbored a grudge against her.
It's just gonna be Wright again, innit? Because that seems to be the running joke, just reusing stuff. So of course it's gonna be the same person.
That's all the information we have. Do you need me to repeat it?
Nah, we're good.
That won't be necessary. I remember it all.
Yeah, we're smart.
There's an accounting book lying on the ground. It must have been specially placed there by Sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
On the title page is written Chen Katong. Is that someone's name? A code name.
Whoa!
I think it's the name of the owner of this book.
Good going, Sampo. Good going.
This Jian Katong person should be Sparkle's targeted victim this time around. And there's the tie.
It was the tie that strangled her.
That skit before said that the deceased was strangled. Is this tie some kind of joke murder weapon?
The tie became sentient and strangled her. Boom.
The tag on the tie reads, "Only for Imperial Master Lefton." Seems like it's one of Miss Sparkle's personal belongings.
Oh.
That's not how you use the word imperial.
Actually? A culture tie, the label says for Master Lefton's use only. Maybe like it's an instant death thing. If the wrong person puts on the tie, it instantly kills them.
It's just like the first case then. Only 2 pieces of evidence. The rest hidden inside her memories again, right?
Right, and it's gonna be right again.
Miss Sparkle doesn't want to distract your investigation.
Well, it seems like you're doing it.
She doesn't want to distract our investigation? What a law-abiding citizen this Sparkle is. Why doesn't she surrender then?
True, spitting facts. Alright, back in we go, boys. So goddamn cool.
A little stool that seems quite normal. There are 2 small footprints drawn on it in crayon.
Oh, this was probably used by Wright because he's insecure about his height.
The footprints, which are half as big as standard, must belong to a Pepeshi person.
See, it belongs to Wright.
Perhaps it's just that this person's drawing skills are extraordinary.
Maybe, Sampo, maybe. Yeah, Wright's stool. A small stool with 2 small footprints drawn on it using a crayon, indicating it once belonged to a Pepeshi worker. This is perhaps the most crude out of all the evidence. Miss Sparkle had fallen from her pedestal.
What What's that smell? Why is there a smoked red herring there?
Why not?
Mr. Sampo, take a look. This is a wonderful smoked red herring.
Bags, dude.
Somebody save me from this cringe joke.
God, I love them so much.
Even among the fools I know, Miss Sparkle's sense of humor stands out from the rest.
Look at that. See, we're all bonding.
Have you dealt with many masked fools before?
Probably.
No, only a handful.
Oh, fair enough.
After all, I prefer warm memories baked in sunshine. They're the ones that usually belong to kind people.
Yeah, maskful memories are probably chaotic. They just make no sense. Smoked red herring. This evidence is obviously something comical Sparkle made. To avoid you thinking that you wasted time investigating this useless evidence, here's a recipe. Smoke the red herring or any other type of preserved fish until it turns golden on both sides. Place it into a dish, remove all bones, then crush the meat. Add raw eggs into the frying pan and fry it until it's well done. Then add vegetables you like and fry that too. Then add in the crushed smoked red herring and day-old rice. Add some salt, be very careful with how much you put in, and voila! Here's a smoked red herring fried rice. You're welcome. Thank you, Sparkle. How kind of you.
This clock is
Broken.
Open it up and take a look.
In we go. Okay, it's actually the first time I've actually tried to do one of these puzzles. I've just skipped the rest. Alright, easy enough. Alright. Boom, first try, no challenge whatsoever.
Oh, there's a
Oh.
ring inside.
That looks
This is
important.
evidence too. Why was it planted inside another device?
Alright, let's sell it off.
Because this ring was found inside the victim's mouth. We want
Oh.
to reconstruct the scene of the crime.
I don't know, maybe this is like a wedding ring and they were trying to hide it, you know?
In the victim's mouth.
Even Black Swan's like, wait, what?
Hey, there's something engraved inside the ring. Zhongshan family heirloom.
Whoa, the thing that was missing.
That should be it. Let's head out.
Alright,
I
let's
have
roll
to
out.
thank you, Mr. Assistant Detective. But the puzzle this time is pretty strange.
Indeed.
Have you found out who the killer is?
It's you.
Just some shallow intuition. Anyway, let's report back to the sheriff for now.
Alright.
Oh, for the laughter! Didn't think I'd be seeing Detective Black Swan so soon. Was that? You found out who the killer is?
Possibly.
Pretty much.
You live up to your reputation, Detective Black Swan. As smart as the nest of magpies roosting in the roof of my Uncle Frank's garage.
I mean, that's a compliment to her intelligence.
This guy is mixing up his birds here.
Wait, magpies are intelligent, right? Okay, wait. Let me look this up so I don't look like an idiot. Okay, good. Magpies are highly intelligent birds. Buzzing. Okay, I wasn't wrong.
Then go ahead. Who is the killer, and what evidence do you have to prove the case?
Do not identify the murderer.
In my opinion, there is no murderer for this
Oh.
case.
Okay, I thought it was just gonna be a joke option.
What do you mean by that?
Maybe the victim just choked on the ring, coughed it back up, but it was already too late. Who knows? Boom, the ring.
This ring is a piece of evidence, right?
True.
That's right. That's the one.
Wait, actually, was I right?
Zhongshan stormed into the changing room to try and get his ring back, flustering Miss Sparkle, who swallowed it. Who would have guessed that the ring would get stuck in her throat?
I'm a genius.
Zhongshan repaid evil with kindness and tried to borrow a tie to help Miss Sparkle squeeze out the ring. But sadly, she couldn't be saved.
Yeah, I was kind of right.
What a tragedy! If it weren't for your incisive detective work,
It's just
the
that
three
easy.
suspects would all be facing grave injustice.
What can I say? I'm just a genius. Or it might be the case that no matter what you pick, it's the right answer.
Is something wrong here? This is too easy. The first case wasn't hard, but this one.
Just roll with it, Sampo.
As you can imagine, the conclusions that the evidence points to are not mutually exclusive. Which means this is probably another prank from Miss Sparkle.
She does a little bit of trolling.
Mr. Assistant Detective, please feel free to point out a suspect as the murderer.
Ah, I see. Sheriff, the murderer is Lefton. The evidence is the tie, right?
Okay, so yeah, it is the case that no matter what you pick, it was the right answer.
Correct, Detective Sampo. I never thought you'd be able to deduce the truth.
Sheriff, the murderer is
Yeah.
right. The evidence is the stool, right?
God damn it, I felt like a genius.
Yes! For the laughter, how did I fail to realize this formidable intellect of yours?
What a prankster.
Then, right from the start, there was no murderer. The evidence is the ring. Whatever, I'm just spitballing here.
Goodness me! Deputy Sheriff, is he really a genius?
He needs a promotion.
How could such an unfathomable mystery be solved so easily by him?
Make him the sheriff.
Look, Miss Sparkle has given us a puzzle where every single answer is correct.
How kind of her.
I take it so seriously. Miss Sparkle is a masked fool, not a masked genius.
Fast.
If it's a challenging puzzle you want, please go out there and turn right until you get to the Intelligentsia Guild. We're only responsible for providing an entertaining detective experience.
You know what? At least she's honest.
Anyway, since our genius detective Black Swan has cracked the case, I will now share Miss Sparkle's next puzzle with you.
Alright, this better be the last one.
So that's it? This is just going to go on and on forever? We can't do that.
This is like a 50-hour long companion quest.
Then I wish you both the best. Oh yes, if you're not in a hurry, I can tell you the answers for some of the outcomes you never chose.
Nah, I'm good.
Excuse me? Is the deputy sheriff still around?
It would appear so.
Its work is done and it's taking a long vacation now. Come talk to me if you need anything.
Nah,
I
man.
prefer the character design of the deputy sheriff. Can it come back?
Man, I love Black Swan so much.
No. Playing so many roles is tiring.
Fair enough. Man, Sparkle and Black Swan are such a great
Just
duo.
as you said, solving puzzles is all just a cover for something else. That girl is toying with us. What should we do now? Just keep getting led around by her?
Sure.
Truly, Miss Sparkle is a fascinating person. She seems chaotic inside, but easy enough to understand. Like a performer on the stage or a child hungering for attention. This
So-
game will be over soon. This time, we're going to catch her.
So it's basically just a mum with her daughter.
Miss Black Swan, Mr. Sampo, you're finally here.
Haha.
I am the famed detective of Penacony. And next to me here is my assistant detective.
Oh, detective rivalry? Hell yeah, dude.
A murder in a locked room has left us all stumped.
Or maybe it's not a rivalry, we both team up to solve it, and a friendship is formed.
As expected, another change in setting.
Yesterday, my assistant and I were visiting the famed artist Miss Sparkle, and we stayed the night. But this morning, Miss Sparkle didn't come out of her bedroom. The butler, Jean-Chen, said that the door was locked from inside, so we ought not to have disturbed her. But Miss Sparkle had never slept in so late. And no matter how hard he knocked, there was no answer from inside.
Sparkle, you need to work on your script, man.
As soon as I heard, I knew something must have happened. So I acted decisively and broke the door down to get inside.
Alright, I respect it.
The room was covered in spattered blood.
Whoa.
Miss Sparkle's body was lying right in the middle, her face white as snow. One look told me she'd been dead for some time.
Alright, dead for a long time?
Thinking quickly, I grabbed the artist's canvas to staunch Miss Sparkle's blood, but alas, poor Miss Sparkle. She's left us now forever.
I don't trust you, you're sus.
Besides us and Zhongshan the butler, Lefton the cook and Wright the driver were also at the scene of the crime.
Interesting.
What would you like to do?
Presumably, Miss Sparkle is now carefully arranging the next crime scene, right?
So if we rush over, we might catch her.
Why don't you skip all this rigmarole and just have a heart-to-heart conversation with me? It might tickle a little.
Hey, yo.
Wait up! Wait up!
Honest kid. I know where you are, Miss Sparkle.
I mean, of course you do.
No,
cheating!
Hey, Sampo, didn't you say you want to go home? Nah, we cheating.
Huh. Mr. Assistant Detective. You seem to be getting anxious.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, you're in disguise. But thank God I wasn't going insane. It is Sparkle. To be honest, she was playing the role of Sampo pretty well around this time. Like, in the main story, it was pretty obvious something was wrong with Sampo, so you could easily tell. But I think this time around, she did a pretty good job.
No, it's... This locked room murder case is pretty fun. I want to guess who it was.
Sure.
Let's go. Can't keep a girl waiting, can we?
I love her so much.
Miss Black Swan, wait up, wait up! Miss Sparkle has one final message to announce.
Oh, for some reason I've just gone deaf. I can't hear you.
Ding-a-ling!
Oh?
Now comes the most exciting and romantic moment in any drama.
That's adorable.
The audience challenge. Everyone knows that the mighty masked fool Sparkle can change her appearance to look like others.
Indeed.
And in this drama, the villain Sparkle has disguised herself as another character.
Whoa,
So then,
no
I
way.
put to you, which character is it?
Sampo.
Also, if you're interested in the locked room case that the memo keeper ignored, you can try out your powers of deduction. I put lots into coming up with the puzzle, so don't let it go to waste.
She's so dopey, dude.
Thus, the masked genius Miss Sparkle has thrown down the gauntlet. All the clues are in motion. Happy hunting!
A goofy individual. Alright, where is she?
Miss, why didn't you just do this earlier?
Because
Such a
there's no fun.
crude approach violates my aesthetics of memory. But as a means to an end, I need to put this aside for a more indifferent process.
You know what? Sometimes you have to do stuff for your own entertainment as well. Damn, I wonder where she can be.
There's no weird, sweet dreams troupe.
Music
Nor is
back.
there evidence strewn all over the place. We finally caught up with her. But what's that thing? A Bella Boggian trash can?
No way.
In Penacony?
Hey, dear memo keeper and Mr. Coldfeet, you made it.
God, these things are so cursed.
I didn't expect you to skip the final puzzle. That's on me. All right. Miss Sparkle cares not for the faults of ants like me. Come then, this is the final question.
Alright, hit us, Sparkle. What is it?
Listen up. What creature has 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night?
I have no idea because I am terrible at riddles.
No murder case this time around?
It's just a riddle.
Sometimes it's nice to take things easy. Come on, dear, give me your answer then.
Wait, what was the riddle again? I've already forgotten. I know it mentioned 4 legs, 2 legs, and then 3 legs, right? I'm just gonna take a guess. The Sweet Dreams Troop.
Seeing as we're in Penacony, the answer is Sweet Dreams Troop, right?
Probably got this wrong.
Womp womp. Wrong answer. That's funky, but a wild guess.
Hey, gotta do it.
The correct answer is
Ah,
Sparkle.
right. Okay, so we couldn't even pick the right answer.
When sleepy in the morning, she can't get out of bed. She runs about all afternoon in a fluster, so is exhausted by evening,
Based.
but has to still raise a hand to hold a toothbrush. Poor Sparkle.
She's just like me for real.
So naturally, she's got 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night.
Well, there you go. Riddle solved.
What the heck was that jibber jabber?
What a cute answer.
It suits her pretty well.
Thanks for the compliment, my dear. But you can't try to fool me, seeing as you've just tried to cheat.
No way, no he didn't.
Wrong answer. Accept your punishment.
Ayo. Oh, it's a scrap? Alright.
Repay.
Get out of here. GG, well played.
Holy smokes! What's up with this guy? He just came out swinging from nowhere.
Ah, nah, I feel bad now.
Huh? No voices? This guy's pretty quiet. Miss, let's hurry up. Flip open the lid and find the girl.
Whoa, that's like stripping someone naked.
Wait. Don't move.
It's got a bomb.
Something's off.
Watch it be a bomb. Oh. Oh.
Miss, you killed Sparkle.
No! How could you?
How is this possible? How can people die inside Penacony's dreamscape? In the Garden of Recollection. What did you do?
She does a lot of bit of trolling. Yeah, she has the petals and everything. So dramatic.
You did this, didn't you? Killing people in their dreams. Only the Remembrance has the powers to do that. You planned it out all from the start because she teased you and was pranking you. You wanted to kill her.
Out of everyone, you're trying to gaslight Black Swan. It ain't gonna work.
Oh, I understand. You refused to let me go because you wanted to drag me into all of this. If I don't agree, I'll end up just like she did.
Certainly, Sampo.
There is no death inside Penacony's dreamscape. That's the promise of the family and the blessing of the harmony. Not even a memo keeper can break this barrier.
What about the meme, though? Pretty sure that thing can.
There's no need to take such great pains. If you just want confirmation, I've already told you the answer, Miss Sparkle.
Miss Sparkle? Who are you talking to?
You, Sampo Karski.
You. Sparkle has disguised herself as another character.
Yep,
Wouldn't that be you, Mr. Sampo?
it would indeed.
This? Don't jump to conclusions.
I know, but the conclusion is very obvious. She tried her best, though.
If you want to accuse me of being Sparkle, you have to provide the evidence.
Oh, I'm afraid evidence is a little too hard to come by. So, deduction will do.
God, she's so goofy, I love it.
The hint for the final question was a little too obvious.
You know what, I'm seeing Sparkle in a new light. Like, the main story, she came off as, like, unhinged and insane. But with the story quest, we've kind of seen her, like, goofy side.
Oh, you mean the locked room murder? I thought you weren't doing that one.
All the painstaking effort that Miss Sparkle put into it. How could I ever miss it?
Look how much of a good person Black Swan is.
The key to solving the puzzle lay in two pieces of information put forward by the detectives. First, the large splatter of blood at the crime scene. Second, the victim had been dead for some time.
Fair enough.
Based on my shallow understanding, I can only draw two conclusions. One is that the murderer did not need to create a locked room case, because a locked room always needs a reason to exist.
Okay, it's getting a little bit too deep. That my mind is starting to blank. So can we make it a bit more dumber so I feel smart?
But, based on the detective's description, this locked room did not delay the discovery of the body. There was no third party at the crime scene to frame, and the blood everywhere didn't look like a faked suicide.
Hold on a minute, she's cooking.
That being so, the murderer seems to have no reason for creating a locked room. There is also reason to speculate that if the crime scene was a locked room, then its creator might not necessarily be the murderer.
Yes, indeed.
As for my second conclusion, it's even more obvious still. When everyone broke into the scene of the crime, why did the assistant rush off to staunch the blood?
Yeah, true.
A trained professional was somehow happily destroying a crime scene just to save someone who's obviously been dead a while.
True, I did call it sus, so technically I am right. I did call it from the beginning. I am smart.
The answer is simple. It's because the assistant detective is the murderer.
I called it. I'm a genius. What can I say? I'm pretty proud of myself.
At the time, I was in such a hurry that I didn't hear the whole mystery. I tentatively speculated that the murderer had killed the victim the night before, but hadn't locked the door from the inside. And so, when he learned this piece of information, he realized that the victim had created their own locked room mystery.
How intriguing.
That's why he had to rush to the crime scene as soon as possible, to confirm whether or not the victim left any evidence implicating him.
See, she's cooking.
And, judging by his behavior, it probably had something to do with that canvas. Like some final words. Of course, this is just a simple mind game. The answer to the puzzle isn't important. Miss Sparkle just wanted to pass on one hint to me. That the murderer is the assistant detective.
I mean, yeah, if you're up against Black Swan in a detective case, you're not gonna win.
Which means it's you, Mr. Sampo. I've been using this term of address, but it was you who first came up with it.
Oh, called out.
Has anyone ever told you that you're more like a detective than a memo keeper?
Yeah, I mean, after looking through so many memories, I guess you kind of become like a detective.
In my opinion, there is no difference between the two. Follow ripples along the surface of the water. Use some abilities and tricks to keep diving deeper.
God, that smile.
And touch that secret deep inside people's hearts. Salvage it and protect them carefully.
That's a cute answer.
The truth does not lie. Neither do memories.
There you go.
Exquisite reasoning, and very close to the truth. But I have another answer.
Oh?
Would you like to hear it?
What, is she just gonna make up another answer and say that's the truth?
Another answer?
Impossible.
The great artiste Sparkle locked herself away in her bedroom using red paint to create the semblance of spattered blood everywhere. And that assistant detective who was first on the scene, who confirmed her death,
Yeah?
was not the murderer, but rather an accomplice who assisted her in faking her own death.
No way.
What a pity, such a pity. My dear, you were so close to the right answer. Unfortunately, the right answer is...
I love her, man.
Miss Sparkle's body.
Ding, ding, ding.
Sparkle was disguised as Sparkle's body.
My God.
Ding-a-ling! I won!
At least she has an adorable side when she's playing about.
Does Miss Sparkle's body even count as a real character?
True. So what, is she creating like an after image? Because I still don't believe Sampo's here.
Why not? Miss Sparkle's body appeared in all three of those skits just then.
True. She's kind of spitting.
It's a little bit forced, but it's fine. So, who is this Mr. Sampo then?
Beautiful lady, I already confessed everything to you earlier on. I really didn't know a thing. I just helped a friend send a letter. That's all.
Sure.
So I've been running a fool's errand this whole time.
What? Is it really Sampo? Wait, hold on a minute. I don't believe it. I don't want to believe it.
My dear, why so serious? Haven't you been having a great time? I have, at least.
Yeah, fair enough.
You take memories, and I get joy. We get what we need from each other, seeing as we're such kindred spirits, but also such loners. Why don't you come and work with me?
Yo, the wink?
Ooh, we can dance ballet together.
Bro, there's so much flirting going on in Penacony. What is going on?
Oh? Am I understanding this correctly? A masked fool inviting me to work together?
An interesting team up, though.
A show of unprecedented splendor is about to be staged in Penacony.
True.
If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes.
Yeah, to be honest, the most interesting characters to me so far has been Sparkle, Black Swan, and Acheron. Sparkle just because of how honest she is, being like, yep, don't trust anyone. They're trying to put you in the spotlight.
If you want to appreciate this drama, you have to stand up under that spotlight as you take the stage and watch the dancing envelop you. Come with me. This is the best seat in the house.
Hey, she's making a really good pitch.
I don't really understand why you're so fixated on destroying family barriers. But, as I said before, a memo keeper can't help you.
Fair enough.
It's frankly above my pay grade.
Can't be bothered with it then.
Also, I don't consider you a loner.
Aww.
Oh, I don't mean him, but rather behind you.
Oh, what, Clocky?
The one who hired you to come to Penacony probably doesn't want you secretly linking up with other forces, right?
Oh. Okay.
How did you know?
Man, look at that smug.
Memory is like the deep blue sea. But if you tried to catch 2 fish with 1 cast, you might not be satisfied with your catch.
So, you mean you're refusing?
I mean, she has stated that twice. Oh. Hello.
Memo Keeper, did you think you could just leave?
Oh, we're getting a scrap?
Why not?
These two are so enjoyable.
My dear, I don't want to scare you. You'll know the answer sooner or later. We're just getting to know each other a little today.
The plot
If
thickens.
you ever change your mind, come find me at the tavern. That is, if you can find me.
So I'm guessing the people around us are all masked fools.
Let's go, Sampo?
He's already left.
Sampo. Who is Sampo?
Oh wait, did Black Swan make her forget? She does a little bit of trolling.
This is Bellabog, right?
You know what? I respect it. Might as well use your powers for fun. Damn, so it really was Sampo then. Huh. Okay. Oh, I love her so much.
I said, why not?
Yeah, why not? Wait, isn't that the same thing Acheron said when we first arrived at Penacony? We were asking a bunch of questions in the memoryscape and she was like, why not? Why not? Maybe I'm just reading too much into that. Oh.
Don't worry. Such a crude approach violates my statics of memory. So once you leave my sight, you'll be able to remember everything again. And also,
Go on.
I'm sorry, my dear. My dream dance partner? I've already got sights on someone else.
Yo, she's winking at us. She knows. So this is the memory we heard when we first arrived. Kind of. It's not exactly the same.
What a special
Wow.
dream this has been. And did you notice its nested structure? Being part of a play inside the dreamscape is as weird and captivating as being in a dream within a dream.
Man, that was so enjoyable.
That's the end of Miss Black Swan's dream bubble. Were you satisfied with your experience?
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, Sampo turned out to be real.
I noticed that the people in your dream were familiar to you. It's worth repeating that dreams are just dreams. And in Penacony, dreams can be processed, or even tempered.
What, so it's possible Sampo wasn't even there then? Or am I interpreting that wrong?
Things in our dreams cannot be trusted,
God damn it.
let alone in someone else's dreamscape. If there's any information that you'd like to confirm, please do so by the cold, hard light of reality. Sweet dream.
Okay, so it might have been possible Sampo wasn't there. Ivers be playing tricks on us, man. Wait, did we just go into another memory?
Really? I wouldn't do anything to her.
Didn't realize my Discord was on. Wait, so Sampo is here then? Matt, I have no idea anymore.
Don't worry about that, Memo Keeper. Let's talk about my thing. I've helped you out with everything you've asked, as agreed. Shouldn't you give my mask back to me now?
Oh?
Since when did the masked fools suddenly start respecting agreements?
Such a gremlin, man.
Just kidding. I loved seeing that look on your face. Take this key to the tavern cellar, third barrel on the left. You never saw me.
Yeah, man, she really is tiny.
But Sampo, after all this time, what made you suddenly want to take back your mask? This doesn't seem like the Sampo I know.
So I would assume the masks are very important to them, and I'm guessing from that, Sampo lost his mask like ages ago, and then he arrived on Belobog, where he just kind of vibed. So what, is Sampo gonna ramp up his tomfoolery?
Let me guess. A catastrophe is coming to Jarilo VI. Am I right?
Oh? Oh wait, no, hold on a minute. We actually don't know how far into the past this is. So this might have happened before we even arrived on Jarilo VI. Oh, it's making so much more sense now. Sampo coming in clutch.
Well, no comment about that. But I love that line you said. If you're too late to take the stage, you can work behind the scenes. That really makes sense.
That is actually very interesting. Holy. So Sampo went there to help. I mean, it might be the case that Sampo was born on Jarilo VI, so he kind of wants to protect it. Who knows?
Sometimes even an old-timer like me feels like taking the stage and making a fool out of myself.
I'll say it again, the Masked Fools to me is such an interesting group. Like, yeah, they're making fools of themselves and they're trying to do stuff for like comedy and laughter. Like, Sampo helped us with Jarilo VI, and now Sparkle's kind of helping us on Penacony, giving us like good advice. If I were to guess, I'm guessing the Masked Fools are working alongside the Stellaron Hunters, maybe? Like, the Stellaron Hunters are the ones backing the Masked Fools. Maybe.
If you're all out of options, please get in touch with me. I'm the kind of person who values friendship highly.
Okay.
Forget it. You'll be doing me a favor if you stay away from Belobog. After all the elation that Miss Sparkle seeks isn't something old Sampo can stand by.
You know what? Fair enough.
Go tell Giovanni I said hi.
Wait, Giovanni, why does that name sound very familiar? When in doubt, you search it up on Google. Oh, Giovanni was the dude from Ethereum Wars. Ah. I'm so glad we got more lore on the Masked Fools, even if it was like a tiny bit.
Fine, I'm just spitballing here. Don't take it so seriously.
Man, hopefully one day we get to see the tavern and we just see all of them together. That would be so entertaining.
Why so serious?
Yeah, that's how you end it. Also sounded kind of sad. I feel bad. Sparkle's the Joker. A new message. Black Swan has sent you a message request. Sophie, I imagine you have already seen that dream bubble. Relax, I just want you to know if anyone has come looking for you yet. Black Swan? You're Black Swan? Indeed, the memo keeper you know. That's adorable. I'll make this simple. That fool named Sparkle is currently searching all over the place for that dream bubble. I do not know what her intentions are, but allowing it to slip into her hands will only make this situation more confusing. Sophie, can you do me a favor and go reclaim that dream bubble? Yeah, why don't you do it yourself? Is this a setup? I didn't expect you to refuse me. I guess I could go myself. Wait, hold on a minute. But I don't remember where that dream bubble was left. Can you remind me? Nah, hold on a minute. How could a memo keeper forget a memory? Are you really, Black Swan? So you figured me out. Well, I'm not a true memo keeper after all. I can't believe you figured me out so quickly. How dull. Pranks are all about the back and forth. You've seen how much fun I've had with the memo keeper. You should learn from her, young nameless. This is just the beginning. I'll be back. She's such a gremlin. Bring it on. Bring it on. We'll see who tricks whom next time. Message failed to send. This user does not exist. What a great character, dude. The Masquerade Duet. Wait, what's this? Sophie, I imagine you've seen that dream bubble. Relax, I just want to know if anyone has come looking for you yet. I'm getting deja vu here. You may also know that interesting young fool, Sparkle. She recently gotten into disguising herself as other people. Sophie, has she tried this with you already? Wait, then you might be... If that's the case, you could be Sparkle in disguise too. I see you're on high alert. What would you have me do to prove I am me? A unique expression? Some unique linguistic habits, like whenever you add full stops or not to messages. But if that little Miss Full excels in observation, there is a chance that she could perfectly imitate everything about a person. I think the only thing that can differentiate someone from another is their memories. There is no way for an outsider to completely seal or imitate every ounce of a person's memory. It's just like when we met in Penacony, is it not? A strange dreamland surrounding us, a series of strange murders, people with differing dreams, the truth that lies beneath the water's surface. Do you need me to go on? I need more. I can't be the one doing all the talking. By your logic, you should also have to prove that you're not Sparkle, Sophie. True. You know what? She's got a point, huh? Damn you. I'm just joking. As a memo keeper, I naturally know who the person is on the other side of my screen. Miss Sparkle's pranks are not without their benefits. She's able to make us re-examine what we have seen and think about the appearance and reality of the dreamscape. This is also the reason that I shared the dream bubble with you. Alright, looks like she hasn't caused any major damage. I will put my mind at ease. Talk to you again soon. Interesting. Okay. Right, and that sums up Sparkle's companion mission. That actually was super enjoyable. I did not expect to enjoy the dynamic between Black Swan and Sparkle so much. They complement each other so well. But yeah, I actually wasn't expecting Sampo to be here. But again, it turns out the memory was from who knows how far back before we even arrived on Jarilo VI. That was definitely interesting lore to find out. But yeah, once again, that was a super enjoyable quest. But with that to the side, if you don't want to miss any future reactions to Honkai Star Rail content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you then.